you. There's people that, you know, I've learned in my lifetime living for God. There's people that are, they're not gonna agree with you. There's people that are gonna say, "Oh, we're not gonna like you because you're too." See, they don't use this word denominal anymore. They say, "Oh, you're too holy. Oh, you're too religious." You're well, friend. If I'm that, or if I'm too denominal for you, then I mean, I'm sorry, friend. I didn't write the Bible. God wrote it for me, and I'm gonna believe everything from the Book of Genesis to Revelator. I'm not gonna quench the spirit. I'm not gonna fake anything. I'm not even gonna say, "Oh, I'll do it like I was," but I said I will do everything in the power. But one thing I will not do is that I will not waver in what I believe in. If you are scared to have a backbone to say, "Well, maybe I'll think about it. I'll pray on it. I'll do this for you." Think about it. I'll pray on it. I'll do this for you. You know, it's good to pray for people, because if you don't pray for people, there's a lot of people in this dying world that's out in society. They don't want to see where the Lord's taking them. They want to see all the positive, the negative, and the bad. But you can't look at the bad. You gotta look at the positive and good in people. You gotta move on. I've learned that when you move on in God, you can feel after the glory. You know, and I said to my friend, I said, friend, I said, you don't have to always agree with every person. Because every person, all of your family members, all of your friends, they ain't gonna understand why you're doing what you're doing. They never will. Oh, why come you don't watch television? You don't go to the movie house. You don't go out and, eat dinner with your family. Well, when it's a God's day, when it's the Lord's day, I'm doing everything Jesus wants me to do. He's smiling down on me saying, "Well done, thy good and faithful child of God are you." I'm a child of the King, the one true living God. He is the one creator. The Bible say that death, where is your sting, and where is your victory crown? We got the victory over the devil, over the adversary. When you feel the authority, it's the thing. When you feel the authority to maybe take up a serpent, do anything, make sure you're under the power of God. Because I'm telling you something. If you don't feel after the real true God, you're feeling after a man made creator. People are scared. People are not believing no more. They want to just go by the teeth of what their preachers are saying. Some of these preachers out here are hell bound. You can't listen to every preacher, because, oh, brother Mike, I'm on it. I was praying, and I was seeking Messiah, and I was he tied my bow tie, and she bought a Honda. Oh no, friend, that ain't the real power of God, and it ain't in your fake hooping and screaming and hollering because you're under the. That ain't the real power of God. You think that it is. And for some of these folks who go into these churches where these men is putting on these robes looking like little sissies and faggots, you better run for your life and get out them hell born churches. Them churches aren't preaching the real gospel, they're preaching some fake stuff. You gotta be real, because there's peoples out there that's dressing up in these long robes thinking they're anointed to preach the word of. You ain't been anointed by the Holy Ghost. You've been anointed by the Billy Goat. And God say he don't look at that. He don't see glory out of what you're doing. No. So that's why I tell people, when you don't have things in common with people, you gotta move on. You do. But But yeah, I feel sick. But hallelujah. But seriously, um, different. You get a different. It's not like how when people, I don't believe in forcing church. I don't believe in forcing anything on a person. Like if they don't feel comfortable, I don't think you should. I guess force that on that person. I don't. I just don't believe in like, oh, I'm gonna force this on you, or I'm gonna, or it'll be like a person if you ridicule a person, like, oh, I wanna, you know, like, so, um, but, and I just don't, just because I'm that type of person. I don't believe in forcing anything on a person if you don't feel comfortable. I mean, you just don't feel comfortable. I mean, it's in any other words, that's telling you, like, if you don't have it in common, then I mean, it's nothing that you can do. There's nothing you can change the person, or I mean, so I think personally that um that a lot of times people, I guess, maybe they think it's weird that quote unquote people, um what's the what how can I put this in a good scenario way? That people some people like to only be around like certain people, which I do, unfortunately. I mean, it's not that I don't, I mean, but um yeah. um so yeah. Um yeah, so other than that, I'm just doing mic today. Mm, so yeah. But I'm doing myself today, guys. I'm not too much. Um but yeah, thanks for watching, folks. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the like button below. And hopefully hopefully things yeah. But um yeah, so um yeah. I hear that cat sound in my head. You know that cat? It goes like meow 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 meow. I can't say how it exactly goes, but it's like a cat song. I feel like the cat, some cat thing. Hi. I need. No, I'm not. No, I don't want to. But um, anyway, um, anyway, um, anyway, I'm going to maybe do a Bible study with a friend of mine. And, um, oh my goodness. Um, and I don't know. So, um, you guys already know that, um, that yesterday, my friend was pranking people, and one of my friends bought some silly string from the store, from the, like, we have a main store that you can purchase stuff from, and it's really cool. So, so, um, sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Um, oh man, I forgot I'm still alive here. I'm just bored, boredism. But yeah, I might call a friend and do a little Bible study. Y'all know they're like, oh, let's do a Bible study tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, we can do it if you want. But that, guys, I don't mean to be mean or like ridicule, but I I just don't believe in forcing stuff on people. Like, people were to say, "Oh, Mike, let's smoke maybe a cigarette, or let's do Black and Miles, let's smoke some joints, or let's snort some coke." Or, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, you only live life once," but I want to be like known for like I've never like over the past like I would say like going like through this year through last year, um, um, it's just it's just been a different outlook on stuff. And far as like people and like I'm not all in like how most I know most of the young people my age they're into their I mean, I know it's good to try different things, but I personally, I don't think that if it begins to feel like you're being forced, I don't want to be like, I don't want to say yeah or no, or I don't want to be like, I don't know. I just would be like, well, to be honest, I know for a fact I wouldn't feel comfortable. It's not that It's not the fact that I don't like being around people. It's just that I personally know that when you're around like I guess, certain things or certain environment, you can eventually get like, I don't want to call it like, what is it called? Not a, I guess you can say attached to like a group of people and be like, oh yeah, let's try smoking, let's try doing drugs, at I'm and I can be honest at one point, um, because I'm not gonna make up any stories, because I think you should be honest with yourself and with people. At one point, I was gonna start like drugs and because when it's around you, you just like, oh, I want to be like weird or awkward too. Scared. I want to like freak people out. But sometimes it's not. I personally think that it's not meant for everybody. Like some people, they like. I guess they like doing drugs. Some people, like I can say for myself, like I've I've tried a few things, which I'm not gonna go into detail, but I've tried a few things, and the few things that I have tried, they, what's the right word? In a way, I didn't like, and some things I did like, and through everything I have learned through my lifetime and being being who I am, being like that. Don't focus. Don't be be honest with the person. I don't like to bring down people. Like I like to be honest with people and be real and be true. I don't like to be like some people they can be like, oh, you should try it or pressure you. Like if I can use that word, some people um they want to pressure you, and I don't think they should pressure nobody into something they don't feel comfortable into doing. I just don't believe in that. I'm not gonna force people, and I'm not gonna pressure people to believe in God. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not, and um, and I'm just gonna. You just gotta be strong and bold and and um you just have to do you. So but um um what else is there to say? Um, there's not much to say, but yeah. So but yeah, so all right. Bye folks. Later. Stomach is like literally hurting. And like I tell people, y'all don't realize like Mike's not one of them people like when I stay up all night and then you expect me to go out like you command me to, oh, you're gonna go. No, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna stay right in this bed and sleep the day away until tomorrow. Like I stay in my room the majority of the time anyway, cause it's not a day where I can go out in the living room or out in the den and sit in peace and quiet because oh there's there's a there's a freaking there's a freaking television on all throughout my home, so it's like okay, like this is where I do my quiet, like alone time in the beauty of God, because that's just what Mike does. I listen to music, I listen to the preaching, and that's just it. I don't know what's like going on, but that food over there did not agree with me, and now my stomach is all like tore up, and I feel like oh Lord have mercy. I feel so sick right now. I could just really vibe it to the core, like ugh, stick my hand to the back of my throat and just because right now that's the way I feel. Like, oh, Jesus. Um, y'all, just pray for me because I need this much. This is not cool. So, but yeah, all right, bye.